Hey my friends, welcome back to this series of me packing my bookshelf with all my magic books. Today we're on part 2, this shelf over here. So let's get started. Right, so the first book we'll be talking about is The 5 Points of Magic by Juan Tamariz. This is the first book of a theory trilogy that he wrote, and this book pretty much talks about your eyes, your voice, your hands, your feet, and your body, and how to use these things while performing magic. It doesn't look like a big book. Well, it doesn't look like a book with much information, but trust me, there is a lot of information in here, and it's all the information in here is gold. So I would not overlook this book whatsoever, because yeah, it's a very, very good book. 5 Points of Magic by Juan Tamariz. Then, secondly, we will have the second book of Juan's trilogy, The Magic Way. Now, I've read the introduction, the first sort of 50 odd pages of this book, where he briefly explains the theory, and it's a lot to take in. I'm still processing some of the stuff that I've already read in this book. I'm probably going to get back to this book in sort of the next month and a bit. I feel like some of these books I buy and I don't read them immediately. Doesn't mean I'm not going to read them. It's just I feel like some of especially the theory books, I'm on a journey, and I feel like I will only be ready for some books later on down the line, and I don't want to not have the books, and then when I'm ready for them, they're out of print and very expensive to buy secondhand. So sometimes I just buy the books, and even though I'm not going to read them straight away. So yeah, this is a book that is very highly regarded in the magic community. The Magic Way, The Theory of False Solutions, very, very deep thinker, Juan Tamariz. So yeah, I highly recommend getting this book. Then the final book of the Tamariz trilogy, my mother actually bought me for Christmas last year. In fact, sorry, my birthday last year she bought it. So thanks, Mom. This is a very, very big book filled with, again, lots of information on magic theory. And again, this is another book that I'm going to get to in the next while. As I said, I'm on a journey, and I feel like I'll be ready for this book soon. So, Magic Rainbow by Juan Tamariz. Then, our next book is, again, another Tamariz book. This is Mnemonica. Now, my good friend in South Africa, Kyle Gray, he introduced this book to me. This was one of the first serious card magic books that I bought back in 2018. And I mean, as I said earlier, anything written by Juan Tamariz is just incredible. So this book deals a lot with stack work, and I mean, if you know the secrets of this book, you can fool the brightest of magicians. So I mean, Mnemonica by Juan Tamariz, you got to get it. Okay, then the next book I've just got for Christmas. It was re-released, Sonata by Juan Tamariz. I haven't read too much into this book, but it's Juan Tamariz and I wanted to get it. So Sonata, I am looking forward to getting into this. Great. Then next, sorry, let's make sure they don't fall over. Next we have a little sort of series of books. These are by Neat Review. Now, Neat Review is run by a guy named Alex Hansford. I've bought another 2 books of his, Often Really That Simple and Mainspring, which are really cool books. Those will be explained later on in the series. But these Neat Review, they're not really books, they're more magazines. They're filled with incredible artwork, and it's basically Alex traveling around the world, and you get to experience the different culture of the different magicians around the world, and the magic tricks in here are more of a bonus than anything. It's more of a sort of I consider these books more art than anything. There's a lot of beautiful interviews and pictures, and yeah, so these are more of a hobbyist sort of just for enjoyment sort of thing. So they're not necessary, but I just wanted them because they look really cool. So a neat review by Alex Hansford. Now, our next book, or set of books, I've recently done a book discussion on them, The Books of Wonder by Tommy Wonder. If you haven't checked out my book discussion, I recommend you do. These are some really, really good books on magic theory, and the essays in here are not too long, so they're good, manageable size if you're a slow reader like myself. So The Books of Wonder, very, very, very good books. Check them out. Then the next book is Repertoire by Assi Wind. Now, Assi, funny enough, he has dyslexia like me, which I find really cool. And his book, Repertoire, is incredible. He's done all the illustrations himself. I don't know if you can see, but in here, he's all the images you see here are watercolor paintings that he's done himself. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, filled with incredible routines. He uses some of the principles that Juan Tamariz is based himself on. So Repertoire by Assi Wind, if it's still in print, you got to get it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, and Assi Wind is very, very clever, and yeah, I would not recommend this book more. Next, we have another series of books. This is the series of The Magic of Ascanio. I'm going to be doing a book discussion on this book soon, The Structural Concept of Magic. This is a 4-book series. I've only got the first 3 volumes, but the first book talks about all of Ascanio's magic theory. Then the next 2 books talk about his card magic. And Ascanio is considered probably one of the grandfathers of Spanish magic. He is Tamariz's mentor. Ascanio presents magic in a very beautiful, clear and concise way. So yeah, The Magic of Ascanio. I mean, his theory book is probably one of my favorites, so I couldn't recommend Ascanio series more. I say that about all my books, but seriously, these books are incredible and very well made as well. Very solid books. Then next we have the Card College series by Roberto Giobbi. Now, it took me a while to get these books. I only got these books last year, but wow, can I say, these books are incredible in the amount of information. I mean, if you're looking just for a few books and you're not wanting to get a fairly big library like myself, if you're just looking for a handful of books on card magic, this is pretty much all you need. You got card tricks, you got card moves, you got card theory. Everything is contained inside these books. Roberto Giobbi has amazingly put everything you need pretty much for card magic into these 5 volumes. So, I mean, just going back and reading volume 1 was incredible, because, I mean, you know, you do card magic for a few years and you think you know everything, and you actually don't. And you go back and you read a book like Card College Volume 1, you actually realize how much attention to detail is with stuff, you know, like the overhand shuffle, the lift shuffle, false cuts, things like that. Yeah, so Card College is an incredibly great series. If you haven't got it, you've got to get it. It's an essential if you want to be, you know, a good all-round card magician. So, the Card College series by Roberto Giobbi. Great. Now, our next few books, we got 2 more. They're also by Roberto Giobbi. This is Stand-Up Card Magic. I got this from Global Magic. So shout out to the team at Global Magic, John and Charlene. They very kindly got this book for me. This book is, again, card magic, but it's geared more towards sort of stage and parlor shows. Yeah, it's just a slightly different topic of magic. So yeah, Stand-Up Card Magic by Roberto Giobbi. I haven't dived too much into this book, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. So yeah, Stand-Up Card Magic by Roberto Giobbi. And then the last book of today is again Roberto Giobbi, but it's a theory book. It's called Sharing Secrets. Now, but pretty much I think the way that I think this book was designed is there's 52 important practical strategies in magic that you can learn. The idea, I think, behind this book is that you try and learn one strategy per week and implement that into a trick that you're learning. So again, this is a theory book. Excuse me. Yeah, Roberto, again, very good writer, very well made book, beautiful book. Go check out the trailer for it. It should be still in print, I don't know. Yes, Sharing Secrets by Roberto Giobbi. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of part 2. I hope you enjoyed that, and please join me for part 3 later on.